in women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
Like I said, me and Caitlin Clark don't hate each other. Like, I want everybody to understand that it's just a super competitive game, and like,
nobody, and I mean nobody, expected Caitlin Clark to check Brittney Griner with a move so bold it shook the whole court. This wasn't just some casual play, it felt personal, almost like a warning shot in a bigger war brewing between them. Fans thought they already understood the Griner versus Clark beef, but then Angel Reese came crashing into the spotlight and flipped the whole storyline upside down. Angel had been silent through all the chaos until now. After seeing people online tear Caitlin apart, labeling her spoiled, entitled, even suggesting she schemed to set Griner up, Angel Reese finally broke her silence. And according to her, every single one of those claims is flat out lies. Angel isn't just defending Caitlin, she's throwing Brittney Griner under the bus in the process. In a recent interview, Angel straight up claimed Griner came after Caitlin not because of competitive heat, but to silence her before she could expose something major. Angel even hinted that Brittney's attack was a power play, a way of saying, if I can hurt her in front of everyone, imagine what I could do behind closed doors. That's not just drama, that's intimidation on a whole new level. Now, the tension in this WNBA feud is at its absolute peak. Angel Reese is pulling out receipts, peeling back layers, and exposing sides of the story nobody was ready to face. What has fans stunned is the fact Angel and Caitlin aren't even friends. They've been rivals since day one, constantly compared, constantly thrown against each other. So when Angel suddenly came out backing Caitlin, people were left speechless. These two are rivals at the core. But behind the scenes, Angel had been watching the media spin wild narratives, and she decided enough was enough. Sources close to Angel say she felt the energy around Caitlin was getting too twisted, and she knew somebody had to step up with the truth before it got uglier. And let's be real, Caitlin Clark has been catching heat all season long for no good reason. It doesn't look like simple criticism anymore. It's starting to feel like a full-blown agenda against her. One user on X even tweeted, Caitlin Clark is a talented basketball player, but her behavior during this tournament has been disappointing. We need athletes to set good examples for young people, and she had the opportunity to be a positive role model but fell short. Like, seriously? What games are they watching? Caitlin's been showing up, dropping buckets, and defending herself when pushed. She's not the one sparking the drama. The hate just isn't adding up, and it only gets worse. She's been slapped with labels like entitled, a brat, a diva, and the shade doesn't stop there. Some posts flat out say, Caitlin Clark seems self-entitled and I can't stand her. One user even crossed a major line, claiming, Caitlin Clark isn't a damsel in distress. She's an a-hole, but tries to hide it. Just give it time. That's not criticism, that's character assassination. But here's the wild part. The wave of nasty comments started right after her clash with Brittney Griner went public. The timing is just too perfect to be a coincidence. And guess who noticed it? Angel Reese. She straight up said there's no way this was random. In her recent interview, Angel didn't sugarcoat a thing. She hinted that Brittney Griner may have had a hand in fueling the smear campaign against Caitlin. According to Angel, Brittney's attack wasn't some heat-of-the-moment reaction, it was a strategic move to shut Caitlin down. To Angel, this isn't just trash talk, it's a targeted hit job. And once you start lining up the receipts, the pattern is hard to ignore. Something shady is definitely moving in the background, and Angel just dragged it out into the light. She even dropped the boldest claim yet. Brittney went after Caitlin to keep her from exposing a secret that's already leaking. She knows we all know, Angel said, but bullying one player won't stop the truth from coming out. So now the question is, what truth is Angel talking about? Here's where things go from messy to flat out wild. For years, whispers have followed Brittney Griner, rumors about her DNA and physical traits that supposedly set her apart from other players. But insiders claim this story runs way deeper than anyone on the outside even realizes. The shocking part, it's not just about Brittney allegedly having these traits, it's that the WNBA may have known all along. Yup, according to people close to the league, this has been an open secret behind closed doors, quietly swept under the rug while the spotlight stayed on her dominance. And here's the twist, if Caitlin Clark wasn't already planning to expose it, someone else was ready to. And that someone just might have been Angel Reese herself. Now fans are left asking, who's really keeping it real here? Angel, the WNBA higher-ups, or is there a whole cover-up in play? And let's not ignore the silence from other players, because that silence, it's screaming loud right now. What makes Angel's move even crazier is the history between her and Brittney. They were never tight, but there was respect. Remember that viral clip where Angel praised Brittney, saying prime Brittney Griner could beat prime Allen Iverson? She later denied saying it, but fans caught that she didn't exactly backtrack on the idea. Deep down, Angel clearly respected Brittney's game, and that's what makes this flip so explosive. When someone who once admired you suddenly switches sides and calls you out, it cuts deep. And this feud, oh, it's nowhere near finished. Because Angel didn't just drop one bomb and walk away, she kept digging. She started pulling threads the league clearly hoped would stay buried. She even suggested that WNBA higher-ups have been aware of Brittney's situation for years, but chose to shield her anyway, even if it meant letting players like Caitlin Clark take the fall instead. Fans are starting to pick up on the cracks too. Old interviews resurfacing, shady media edits, and players who once spoke boldly now staying dead silent. It's like everyone's suddenly walking on eggshells around Brittney. The vibe around her feels untouchable, almost like a force field protecting her image, until Angel came crashing straight through it. According to insiders, the silence isn't random, it's enforced. Word is the league has even warned players not to touch certain topics.
Caitlin Clark, besides her skills.
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit in Mahmoud Abdul-Roh, but I've never seen a guy consistently come down. And if you look at, like if you saw Steph on the street, he ain't got the LeBron muscles. He's not 6'9", he's 6'10". He look like a perfect, normally office guy.
Yeah.
But he's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we've never seen before. Never seen nobody do that on a consistent basis. There's a lot of girls in WNBA that have done it in spurts, but you know, that game I'm watching y'all in the Final Four, I'm like, damn, like, and I was a hater because, you know, I'm down. She was like, she's not going to hit that shot. And bam, like, damn, she's not going to hit that shot. Man, like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot.
One source claimed, you bring it up and just like that, your name disappears. No press, no features, nothing. That's not just caution. That's control on a whole different level. So Angel's not just checking Brittney, she's exposing an entire system. She's ripping the curtain back on favoritism, selective silence, and how the WNBA decides who gets protected while others get thrown to the wolves. And the craziest twist? Angel has nothing to gain by siding with Caitlin Clark. They've been rivals since day one, always compared, always clashing. Angel could have easily sat back and let Caitlin drown in the backlash, but instead she stepped up and spoke out. Why? Because she saw what was going down and she knew it was dirty. Now all eyes are locked on Angel. Players, coaches, fans, the whole league is waiting to see what she drops next. Because if Angel really has the receipts people suspect, this could shake the entire WNBA to its core and nobody would be safe from the fallout. Even Brittney herself reacted to that viral AI comparison moment, and instead of clapping back, she laughed it off. She joked, "We know this fake AI was, and will be one of the most exciting players to watch. I get crossed up watching his highlights." She played it cool like nothing was bothering her, but was that calm confidence or just a cover? But here's the twist. Brittney Griner and Angel Reese weren't always enemies. For years, they've shown each other love in public. In fact, during an interview with Rolling Stone, Brittney openly praised Angel's rise, saying, "I love the hype. I love everything. I love the fact that we have all these new fans." I think the momentum is definitely growing. Brittney clearly saw Angel as one of the next big faces of the league. And Angel, she gave that respect right back. At least until now. That's why her sudden move to back Caitlin Clark in the middle of a high-profile beef hit fans like a bombshell. If there was one player people expected Angel to stand with, it was Brittney. Let's not forget, Angel and Caitlin have been locked in rivalry mode from the very beginning. Commentators, fans, and even legends of the game have been stacking them against each other like it's some never-ending championship bout. Their competition has been the headline feud of women's basketball. But what makes Angel's shift even crazier? Her own mentor, Shaquille O'Neal, once told her point blank that Caitlin Clark might actually be better. Their podcast together went viral because Shaq spent most of the time hyping Caitlin up like she was the undeniable future of the sport. And when Shaq asked Angel why the world seemed obsessed with Caitlyn, Angel could have played it cool, but instead she brushed it off with, "It's the logo threes." Shaq wasn't having it. He clapped back immediately, saying it wasn't just the deep shots, it was her whole game that demanded respect. That moment was raw tension caught live. Shaq practically crowned Caitlyn Clark right in front of Angel, saying they love her because she's the full package. And if you rewatch the clip, you can see it all over Angel's face, the jealousy, the frustration, the sting of being overshadowed. That moment hit different, and it still lingers in the background of this beef today. But it didn't stop there. Remember when Angel hit Caitlyn with that now iconic hand gesture during a heated game? The internet tore her apart, calling her ghetto, classless, and disrespectful. Yet when Caitlyn pulled off the exact same move against Hailey Van Lith, suddenly it was celebrated as nothing more than competitive fire. The double standard was loud and fans weren't shy about pointing it out. That moment sparked a full-blown debate about how these two women are treated and how easily the narrative flips depending on who's doing the exact same thing. The bias was undeniable, and it only added fuel to the rivalry. So let's keep it real. It would have made way more sense for Angel to side with Brittney in this mess. She and Caitlyn have been rivals from the jump, battling on the court and in the headlines. But Angel shocked everyone by siding with Caitlyn instead, and here's the kicker. It wasn't for clout. Angel had nothing to gain and everything to lose by stepping into Brittney's drama. But she made it clear, this wasn't about politics or popularity. For her, it was about truth, even if it shook the league to its core. And when you take in the bigger picture, it clicks. Caitlyn Clark has been treated like the league's scapegoat since day one. She's been labeled jealous and entitled, problematic, all while just showing up and hooping hard. On the court, it's been even uglier. Elbows thrown, dirty stares, whispers under the breath, constant taunting. Some players have been pushing her like they want to break her spirit completely, which all leads to the flashpoint that blew this entire feud wide open. The viral clip of Brittney Griner lunging at Caitlyn in the middle of a game. Not only did she foul out, but multiple witnesses claim she even crossed the line further, allegedly snapping and calling Caitlyn a trash effing white girl. That's when the drama went from competition to scandal. That double standard didn't just stir chatter, it exploded across social media. Debates were everywhere about how Angel and Caitlyn get judged so differently, and how quick people flip the script depending on who's making the move. The bias wasn't subtle, it was screaming in everyone's face. And let's be real, it would have made way more sense for Angel Reese to side with Brittney in this feud. After all, Angel's been cast as Caitlyn's biggest rival since day one. They've clashed in games, they've clashed in the media. It's been a rivalry on repeat, but this time, Angel broke the pattern, and fans finally started seeing the bigger picture. Angel didn't step into the Brittney Griner chaos for fame or headlines. She wasn't chasing clicks or clout. She risked her own brand by siding with Caitlyn, but Angel made it clear this wasn't about fake politics. It was about speaking truth, even if the truth shattered the league's image. And when you zoom out, it all adds up. Caitlyn Clark has been treated like the WNBA's favorite punching bag since she arrived. She's been dragged with labels like jealous, entitled, problematic, all while simply showing up, hooping hard, and carrying herself under non-stop pressure. On the hardwood, it's been even rougher. Flying elbows, cold stares, under-the-breath comments, non-stop taunting. Some players weren't just competing against her, they were trying to break her spirit completely. Then came the moment that blew the lid off everything. The viral clip of Brittney Griner lunging at Caitlyn in the middle of a game. She didn't just foul out. Witnesses in the arena claimed they heard her snap and allegedly called Caitlyn a trash effing white girl. That wasn't just a foul, that was crossing into a whole new level of scandal. That's the moment things went from drama to pure chaos. It wasn't enough for Brittney to be caught on camera bullying Caitlyn, she had to take it further, flexing like she owned the league and daring anyone to stop her. The arrogance was on full display and fans couldn't believe what they were watching. Angel saw it unfold in real time, and that's when it clicked. If nobody spoke up, this toxic power trip would become the new normal. And Angel, she wasn't about to let that slide. Reports have been flooding in about Brittney running the team like it's her personal empire, snapping at teammates, ignoring coaches, and acting like her spot is untouchable no matter what. And the craziest part? The league is just letting it happen. It's become painfully obvious. The suits at the top aren't stepping in to check Brittney. They're not protecting Caitlin Clark either. By letting Brittney run wild, the league is sending a message to every player. If you're one of the chosen ones, you're untouchable. And that's why Brittney's attack on Caitlin was brushed off like nothing. Even when ex-players and commentators demanded accountability, the WNBA stayed silent. No statements, no fines, no consequences at all. But Angel Reese wasn't about to stay quiet. She walked straight into the fire and blew the lid off what was really happening. She exposed Brittney's behavior and hinted at the deeper reason Caitlin was targeted in the first place. Now the rumor mill is spinning nonstop, and the buzz is that Angel might be Brittney's next target. Why? Because Angel isn't just talking. She's ready to pick up exactly where Caitlin left off. And this time, Angel's prepared to reveal everything the league's been hiding from the public. But here's the real kicker. If Brittney even tries to come for Angel the way she came for Caitlin, it could end up being the biggest mistake of her career. Because Angel's next move, sources say it's locked, loaded, and powerful enough to shut Brittney down once and for all. So now the question is, how deep does this mess really go? Is the WNBA protecting the wrong stars while silencing the truth? Or are we watching the rise of a new wave of players who refuse to stay quiet no matter the risk? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you're here for the real story, not the watered down headlines. Smash that notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.